Look. Okay, so I feel like we should talk about this though. While we're talking about video games in general and what needs to happen with video games,
Okay.
Naruto, man, what are y'all doing, man?
Bro,
They
nigga,
just got another season for Shinobi Striker. Fucking
so you ready
why?
for it? You ready for it?
Why?
Ready for it? Anime games are dying.
Yes, I get it. But like, y'all got a whole new IP with
So-
Boruto, and it's just like,
That's the anime
yeah,
community.
we
fault.
get
I'm
it.
not gonna lie to you, Chief.
But you know,
That is the anime community's fault.
Boruto's not gonna sell anything. They know that. We know
Yeah,
that.
that's unfortunate.
Boruto is not as popular as Naruto in manga sales. It's not doing shit. The highest rating Boruto episode was when Naruto and Sasuke were featured, which lets you know nobody gives a fuck about Boruto, the cast of Boruto.
Mhm.
Granted, Boruto could be amazing right now in the manga. They caught up in the anime. That's fine. It's already 2 or 3 years too late.
It is.
Nobody cares.
But with video games, it's not. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
but guess what, Mikey? Guess what? They've done everything.
Did
They've
they?
done everything. They've done it. Yes. I promise you, every genre that you can think of, Naruto has a game for it. Trust me, I know. I sat here for hours and days going through different fucking genres for Naruto, Dragon Ball, and Bleach. And I want you to know every single fucking game is fucking garbage. If you did not play it, you were not missing out. You weren't. What's happening right now, bro?
Damn.
You were not missing out, bro. Trust me. Naruto has 10 RPGs,
But why?
Ninja Council and Clash of Ninja. You saw what happened. We got Storm games. Nobody gives a fuck about no Clash of Ninja no more.
You're right.
See what I'm saying?
But I
They
just
would if they let the man, these modders doing the Super GNT4
Yeah.
stuff.
But look,
Bro, that game is immaculate.
you need to understand that Naruto can go nowhere besides Storm. It sucks saying that because I'm pretty sure we all would love a Naruto Kakarot game.
Nah, it could dip into fighters.
I
think Naruto
personally-
could dip into
No.
fighters.
But that's the problem because that is too. It's one of those. It's too obvious things. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like,
Okay.
what's next for Naruto?
But you can't really do a storm. I mean, like, okay, realistically, and I'm one of the few people that will ever say this because people don't look at the game. Naruto or any successful fighting game, or we're gonna use Naruto because that's like the big name franchise. If they took the kill route, added a bunch of storm like mechanic featured things in there,
I'd be here.
I don't think I like that.
No. Probably
The
because you haven't played Kill la Kill. That is the
Kill la
best
Kill-
arena fighter to
The,
date.
the Kill la Kill game that ArcSys made last year literally is the best arena fighter game. But the problem is, it's Kill la Kill. It was under people's radar.
Mhm.
That anime's been over 10 years. Nobody's thinking about it.
But it's a 1v1.
Fundamentally, it shits on everything Storm has done.
Yeah. And I don't
Really?
even like the rock, paper, scissors format, so like get rid of that. But if they kept it in there and just threw Naruto on top of it, it would still be better than Storm.
I
If they
would not say
added a tag system, it would be 40 times better than Storm. Like imagine what My Hero does, because My Hero isn't a bad game, except for the floaty shit. If My Hero got rid of that floaty ass fucking bullshit they got in the game, it would be a great
It would be
arena
so
fighter.
great. It would be
It'd be
so.
a great arena
I
fighter.
hate that it's
That's
so
the
fucking
direction they
floaty.
need to start taking these. If they push Naruto into a 3D realm and like make them actual models, super condense the fucking roster. I don't need the entire fucking village. I don't need all 20 villages and every single character from the villages in the game. I don't play with half of them anyway. You know, like put them in like a base 20 to 30 roster, probably lower than that. Give it the Kill la Kill treatment. Call it a day. That would be the new fighter game for Naruto that all of the anime community would play. But no,
And literally just take the pass everybody. Naruto has enough for 5 season passes.
Yeah,
Yep.
it does. Yeah, definitely
could
more than
be-
that.
that would
Easy.
literally be Naruto's fighters. That would be Naruto's version of fighters.
Fine,
They could
fine.
carry that.
I would
game for
take that.
years.
I changed my
Be
mind.
fine.
I would take that.
I
But
would.
now, what I was more speaking on the lines of was a fairy tale esque type RPG for
I heard that
Naruto.
RPG was great. I didn't play it because I don't like fairy tale.
That's what I'm saying.
It was a good RPG. My only problem with that is I
don't think there were enough characters in fairy tale to bolster that type of game.
I think we no longer need to treat anime games like the anime. I think we should make the story mode in anime games like the movies.
I can see that. Absolutely.
When I say it again,
After you showed me that One Piece movie, I went back and watched a couple others. Yeah.
I say this and I say it again, right? One Piece movies are phenomenal because those are movies that have nothing to do with the overarching story of One Piece. They'll tie in like certain characters from the series and shit, but you're really just there for that shining moment, that one fight. Imagine the old Dragon Ball Z movies, but in a gameplay format.
Yep.
I'd much rather that than you retelling me the same fucking story that I've played and know like the fucking back of my hand. I don't give a fuck about Kaguya no more. Introduce new niggas. Like that, like imagine all the new niggas introduced in no, Dragon Ball Xenoverse is perfect. Because Fu, the Kai of Time or whatever, but then Dragon Ball Heroes 2, all that demon shit and Heart. Imagine that in a game format.
Give me the entire demon fucking story.
Yeah, and Naruto already has a bunch of movies. They could work off of that.
Exactly. Naruto, imagine that whole snow movie where they were like carry or whatever, like they were escorting that one place to the castle or whatever, and like all three of them had their own separate fights.
Yep.
Imagine that in a gaming format. That's a fire, like not even 5 hour. These are small ass games, by the way, but the gameplay would be solid.
Because the anime portion of it, like they want the multiplayer shit, the fighting game aspect or whatever the fuck it is. Throw that story, that little tiny story on there, and then you can add new DLCs, paid for DLCs that act as a new story.
Like
or continue on to that story.
Imagine if fighters didn't have all that monotonous clones fighting shit, and it was literally just you constantly fighting like 16, 21, the different versions of the fighters once. You know what I'm saying?
If Dragon Ball FighterZ story mode played like Street Fighter story mode, it would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that. But see what I'm saying? Like we do not need all these grindy story modes. We don't need these retelling story modes because at this point we know Naruto's been over for like the last 8 years now. Dragon Ball Z has been done for 30 years. No. 20, 22, 23, 24.
Shit, oh.
And then Super recently got put up. But even then, you know how much stuff we have in Heroes? You can, if you really wanted to, you could dead ass have 3 full games.
Off of the Heroes. Yeah, absolutely.
Of just characters, story arcs and shit. You're done. One Piece's movies are phenomenal because, like I said, they take from the anime but give you a whole other thing. They I can imagine. Did I show you Stampede? Did we watch Stampede? Is that what you're talking about, Yoku?
I think so. That's the one where they were
the big nigga in the.
Yeah. It was a big guy, and then that one guy. Like his whole thing was the Marines fucked them over. They fucked over some other shit.
So Unlimited World Red is one of the best One Piece movies games that we ever have, right? Because what they do is they essentially create an original character that ties into the old world of One Piece and puts him against Luffy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea because a lot of the old world guys are supposed to be stronger than the new niggas, right? But obviously, that's not how that's supposed to go. The new niggas are obviously stronger than the old guys. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that, but you find out fighting them and shit. Imagine, for everybody who has watched One Piece Z, imagine playing Z in a game. Instead of that hour-long, 45-minute run, imagine playing it where you just run through the memories and shit, where you go through the islands, you fight some of what's his name's like a little like his team or whatever, his squadron and shit. There you go. That's a good like 3 or 4 hour, maybe like a 6-7 hour game if you want to span it out. You know what I'm saying? We need original games for these anime things because look at World Seeker. World Seeker is an entirely new idea. World Seeker could have been an amazing anime game if the world wasn't empty and if it wasn't so grainy.
Yeah, it was not executed really good.
I think a lot of these companies are very scared to branch out from like the original what people know into something new, because I like to think of what you were talking about earlier about like Mortal Kombat, and it's different, but you know they took it and they did this whole new thing and they're just like you didn't like it. So I think that's what they're worried about. If they go off and did an anime game for something quote unquote that's popular right now that people like,
No, but
and added a new story
to
or a new
to
adventure.
counter that, they dropped Android 21 and niggas lost their minds. They did.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a character though. That's not necessarily like a new.
But the
thing about
story
game.
is there though. There's a story behind this new character, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think because I can get where Shai's coming from, and then I get where you're coming from too, Mike. And I think if I were to, it's like because I have a rebuttal for what Shai's saying, not against her, but just to kind of like add to why they don't do that or why I don't think that they're afraid of it anymore. But there was something I was going to say about what you said in a better example. I just can't think of it right now. But it's not that the companies are afraid of like rejection. Basically, that's why I said it earlier. It's the anime community's fault for getting the shitty games that we get today.
Yes, because they'll buy it regardless.
Shit years ago, yeah, they'll buy it fucking regardless. If they would have stopped doing this shit years ago, we would not be getting the same games that we get today. Money speaks when it comes to a lot of this shit. You know, Naruto can announce a brand new game right now. It could be a fucking card battle game. Niggas will still buy it. They know good and well they're not gonna play a fucking card battle game, and they will buy it because Naruto is attached to it. Damn, this game's trash, bro. I wasted $60 on this ass game. You knew you weren't gonna play it. Why the fuck did you buy it? You should have been saying, I'm not gonna buy this game. You should be tweeting at them, I'm not buying this game. This is a bad game. I'm not buying it. And the more people that would do that, then it speaks. So if, you know, Bandai wasted, I don't know, $1 million to pump into Naruto card battle, and then they never made $1 million back ever, they would never make another card battle game again. They would have to come out with a banger of a game immediately to make up for that loss. There's no other option for it. But because the community is how they are, if you attach, and that's why they make the games that they do with the same stories that we've seen and read 47 times, is because they know if we put something out with Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, because we definitely had a Bleach game in a while, they give any of the big title names on a game, the community will eat it up. Doesn't matter how ass the game is, they will still buy it. And that's the problem with the anime community and gaming.
Bleach is fine. Bleach is yo, you know, have you seen how much Brave Souls brings in?
Oh yeah, no. That people for Bleacher, because they don't, you know, it's crazy. Bleach,
because they're starving, and they're gonna keep them starving.
Well, it's because they're not.
Also, Kubo. I like how Bleach is great. I like how Kubo, like, for that game alone,
he makes new art, new arts, new
forms and new characters and shit. That's really fucking dope. By the way.
See, and that's my thing. Like, that gives people the opportunity, artists, story writers, opportunities to do these things. They just won't do it.
Like a real talk. Let's keep it a being. The Broly movie was fucking phenomenal. Why can't Akira Toriyama create another game? You know what I'm saying? Create another like you know how he was involved in some of Kakarot.
He doesn't need to. That's why he doesn't need to.
They need him.
They need him.
They need him. And he's shown
to show success, but they don't need him for money. That's why they don't do it.
But Akira Toriyama has shown time and time again his ideas work because he knows the fuck he's doing. When he's involved in a lot of shit,
it's a banger.
Broly should. This nigga literally said, "Hey, I was looking back at the old movies and shit. I kind of like the idea of Broly. I decided to just remake. You know what I'm saying? Retwig some things here and there, and here you go. Hope you guys enjoy." Nigga, do you not realize how amazing Broly did?
Yeah, that's because I hated original Broly. I hated it. Now that Broly has an actual story, he's an actual character.
See,
I like hating.
It's very interesting hearing that it did very well, because when I was working at a theater,
I don't care how strong he was, bro.
That nigga was raw as hell.
Life was to kill Kakarot because this nigga wouldn't stop crying as a baby.
But don't sit here and lie to me when that nigga touched down and started clotheslining them niggas to the fucking. I'm just saying, don't sit here and lie to me, bro. That shit, bro. That nigga had Trunks and Goku like this. Yeah, that's fucking tough. He had Goku hanging. He had Gohan hanging from his scarf. The nigga, Gohan. That shit was fucking raw.
It was, but I still don't like them, bro.
That shit's but don't say that shit's not raw.
I'm not saying it. No, I'm not saying that.
Raw.
I'm saying him as a character is trash. Period.
That nigga said, "What are you?"
No backstory. No
what does
development.
that mean? What the fuck you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
Bro,
What the
I
fuck
agree.
you mean?
But that's what I was saying. Is like, yes, they need Akira to do those things.
No, they need
the problem is, well, no. The problem is they don't need it because it sells without it.
Yeah. So I think one thing is one of those things that's like, do we really need to give Toriyama more money?
Not even not even giving him more
involved in
money.
the
That's
project.
the problem. The problem is the way the company is looking at it. Do we need to pay him extra to get Toriyama in the first place to do this one thing in order to find like happiness in the community, or do we keep giving them the same shit with a different name and then they're gonna buy it anyway and we still make our numbers? Let's do the cheaper option. Yeah, and then they'll do the cheaper option. Because at the end of the day, they care about their pockets, not the well-being of the community. And that's what I have to tell a lot of people. I've noticed that. People cry about Ninjago and Genshin Impact and the Naruto games like Strikers, and it's like y'all are bitching at the wrong platform. These niggas are not watching your YouTube videos on like why this thing is bad in the community or why this game is ass.
Hey,
you know what?
That? Do them essays. Hey, hold on. A lot of people do not know. Hey, whenever they pop out with them new surveys and shit, asking you things that can improve, that is the only way they give a fuck. Trust me.
Facts.
They don't give a fuck about what you make in a video on. When you see a survey come out and they're like, hey, we're asking for feedback.
Do them.
Some feedback on this. Boom, boom, boom. I need you to go. Look, the last time we got a Dragon Ball, I think it was Xenoverse 2 or I don't know what anime game it was. I sat here and wrote paragraphs on literally, it was one anime game that came out with another game the next 2 or 3 years afterwards. Fire.
Wasn't it Extreme Butoden?
I don't think so. No, I think it was something else. I don't know. It was something.
I can't see it being Extreme Butoden.
Extreme Butoden's success.
It was
literally
Xenoverse 1.
It was Battle of Z.
No. It was Xenoverse 1. Because we remember, we met like Rhyme and all of them around Xenoverse 2, but we played a lot of Xenoverse 1 anyway. But we were doing content on Xenoverse 1.
That's right. It was Xenoverse 1. Yep.
It was Xenoverse 1. And everything that we asked
and they took that and put it into Xenoverse 2. Yeah.
You have to do the surveys and that ass sit down and do those paragraphs. Nobody gives a fuck if you just making a YouTube. Nobody's watching 10 minutes of a YouTube video.
I be trying to tell boys, man. They be bitching on Twitter. They get 30,000 likes. You ain't never gonna get that seen by the company, bro. You can tag whoever you want to. They don't care.
Nope.
They do not care. You put 30,000 of those in a fucking survey. Oh yeah, you best believe that you hit somebody's soul that day.
I know. I personally did the survey for Extreme Butoden and Dragon Ball Fusions.
Do the reviews. A lot of people don't do it.
Fusion mods.
Really?
They got like it's like new forms, new character models were added. I think
I'm gonna have to look that up
now.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
I think there's new stages too. I think don't quote me on that. I think there is, but I don't know. I think personally, anime games, we got a long way to go if we want to revive them. But I do think the medium itself is dying. Personally.
Yeah, I do. We need there definitely has to be more creativity within the anime, I guess, gaming space, because it's you just can't stick arena fighters for everything.
That's their formula, bro, because they keep buying the shit.
And what's crazy is Kakarot's still an arena fighter, no matter how big the world is. It's still an arena. Have you played it?
Oh, I played a little bit of it. I didn't.
The fight is you're in the world, right? It's an open world game, but when you get into a fight, you're in an arena. Like you can't just like run out of the fight. And
see, I was playing early on, so I never really felt the need to run away. So I would never, like imagine that.
Like it's like you get transported into an instance where you're in an arena. It's an arena fighter, but it's just got the skin of an RPG. So yeah, Kakarot's still an arena fighter, and they gotta stop doing that. Like,
Yeah.
give us Return of the fucking Saiyans again.
Bro,
Give
if
us
Kakarot
something
had its
like
own
that.
story- If Kakarot had its own story, that would have been the best anime game that dropped that year.
I mean, Attack of the Saiyans, not Return of the Saiyans. Attack of the Saiyans. Give us that again.
You know, I was listening to you guys talk about feedback in those essays. One of the things that, and I know a lot of people shit on this game, but Warframe does. They do their dev streams live, and they can get all their content
Hey, I
or
heard
all their
Warframe
feedback there. There we go. Sorry, not content. All their feedback
I
there, which is
heard
very
She
nice.
said
Awesome.
Warframe.
No, hear me, right? Because
heard they
I
get
played it.
a hot seat.
I was playing that like for 5 years, and then I stopped. And then I remember I had hopped on Twitch, and one of the first things I was like trying to interact with more streamers or whatever. And on Twitch, they had like these dev streams, and at the time it was a little bit slower, but people would give feedback on what they didn't like, on the things that they were telling, because that was patch day. Everybody knew what was going on. That's where we found the patch notes. That's when they were talking about everything, updates, all that. And I feel like a lot more devs should do that.
Yeah. Some companies have been doing that, like Warframe. I think they still have their actual dev streams.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Guilty Gear, Arxis, actually all of them. Arxis, Dragon Ball Fighters, Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, anything ran by Arxis in that category, they all sit together in a stream. Street Fighter 5 recently joined them as well.
They
and
do
they
that.
all talk about their stuff on stream.
Yeah, they do that, but like I think what Shy was going for, it was more interactive though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's very interactive.
Yeah.
So they have the prime time the night before with the girls. You have to have really good fucking community managers at that.
Right.
That, and then it was the dev streams. So the prime time really carried on the dev streams, but it was more interactive. People would be like, oh, we don't really like this. Oh, okay, so we'll write this down. We'll talk about it. I see your question. I see your, what you're talking about. We'll deal with that at some point.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
Oh, they're not.
Namco Bandai is not doing that.
Bandai don't care. Bandai like, huh? Hello.
Hey, but Scarlet Nexus is cool.
Yeah, until it's not.
Yeah. I mean,
Come on, yo. Like, I get it. I understand. The game looks phenomenal. But so did Code Vein.
No, it didn't. Code Vein looks like ass.
No. You're not gonna sit here and tell me Code Vein didn't look like the shit. Come on, bro.
Code Vein looked pretty. When I saw
Code Vein had Dark Souls like combat, I knew it was gonna be bad. I knew that combat was gonna be bad for that game, because it's like you can't, even Bloodborne tried it to an extent, but Bloodborne's world was just a faster Dark Souls, which made sense because the enemies move faster than you, but you could still keep up in relatively some other regard. Anime Dark Souls is bad because the world will always move at anime speed, but because you can't, you like look like shit. That's what makes that gameplay bad. It's not the story, because I don't even know about fucking big titty vampire girl or whatever the fuck. Like, none of that matters to me. It's the gameplay. And then on top of that, the people that have finished out Code Vein, they're all their excuse or their reasoning for it. Oh, when you get about 50 hours in, you unlock all these EX skills, and then you can move like the enemies do. Why the fuck do I have to play a game for 50 hours to unlock the game's like fullest potential and have fun? You telling me I got to play a game for 50 hours to have fun? I'm not going through Final Fantasy 13 all over again.
Shout out to Persona.
Ooh.
Like I agree. I don't want to be moving at like turtle speed. My enemies moving like fucking
I like that.
vanishing behind me. Excuse me? No, I don't want to deal with that. You might as well give me hack slash and sparkle.
Well, I mean, that's my point. Like, it did like
no, Astral Train should not have been a Switch exclusive. I will die on that fucking hill. That game is phenomenal. Almost a 10 out of 10 if it wasn't on the fucking Switch.
I need to look up some emulator footage of that, because I'm pretty sure that game is beautiful on PC.
Oh boy, if that game ever ran at 60 frames a second and higher than 720p, free. Top 10 JRPGs free. Easy. I guess it's an action RPG, but whatever. Point being is that top 10 games. Story is fucking phenomenal for what it is. Gameplay phenomenal. That game is it's like JoJo fucking stands with Persona and just combat. I don't know, bro. It's beautiful.
All I'm saying is we can't put too much stock into Namco Bandai.
I'm
That's what I'm
not.
saying. If
Bandai
they
don't
play
love
it like
that.
Astral Chain, that game will be phenomenal. But if it plays anything like Code Vein, we're gonna get
No,
another
no,
Code
no, no.
Vein.
That's not gonna play like Code Vein. I was using Code
It
Vein.
looks like Astral Chain.
I was using
It
Code
looks-
Vein as an example of something that looks good but turned out to be shitty.
Well, no,
Mhm.
no, no. And I agree with you on that aspect, but I'm saying it looks like Code Vein graphically. But if it plays like
It looks like a
Astral Chain-
Namco Bandai game. Let's just
sure
put
we
it
can go
there.
with that, you know.
That's a Namco
We can go
Bandai
with
game because it looks like Tails. It looks like Code Vein. It looks like Astral Chain. Wait, Astral Chain's not. No. Astral Chain was Platinum
no,
game.
no.
That's the band.
Bad.
Yeah, no, but
Plays like Astral Chain, bro, it's a wrap.
no, yeah,
It is
yeah.
a wrap.
I think
Tales of Arise is looking sexy. I
it's
need to see
a
more of that,
Tails,
though.
but Tails
Tales
game.
of Arise looks insanely good, bro. I'ma need that. Hey, my Bandai people.
I need that
I'ma
code.
I'm gonna need that
I
code.
need that
I'm
early
gonna need the
code,
collector's
bro.
edition, all that. I'm gonna need that. That game looks beautiful. I love how that looks.
I do love how that looks.